Hello and welcome intervie.quicktechie.com. In this we will go through the step-by-step process of using this application. As a user you have to first log in. Once you log in using any of your users, it will logged in. Now it would ask you to select your persona. So we'll select recruiter as a persona first, then we'll confirm it. Then we can go to here. We can see like your persona is recruiter, your email ID and other details would be provided to you. Now go to dash. So this is the credit points. As of now 10 is by default allocated. Now go to dashboard. As we are performing recruiter role, so let's first create a manage job first. We'll go to the job and we need to create an add job here. We can add a job here. Now let's have a job title added here first. Important part is job description, which is very critical. I would say location is Navi Mumbai, just for sample. Hiring for IBM, which can be any user remarks. Just for reference. This is not has relevance, but it's just for reference. You want to search anytime. Now you save the changes, a job would be created. Up to 15 jobs as a supported you can create. Now back to the dashboard. Now here manage candidate. Here we need to create a candidate, add new candidate. Resume is resume. So this resume you can select. Based on that it tries to populate basic information which is available on resume. If anything missing you can fill in. And the numbers, mobile numbers, email ID and location of candidate. Any jobs would be listed here. All 15 jobs would be listed here. You can map this candidate is for this job. Save changes. It would take few moments to upload because it create a processed resume file which would be more of a dummy name and all the necessary unnecessary information, which probably more of a PII kind of information would be removed and would be used with the GenAI for any further processing. So now once you have this, then you can go back to here and now candidate and job is mapped. Go to resume screening. Here you can select job and it would show the candidate details here and its status of resume screening is null. If you click screen report, it would ask you for screen this candidate. So I'll click screen. It would go to Gemini and do the screening behind the scene. Okay. So now once screening is done, you can see result is shown here. 85% matches this resume with the job. You can see the report as well. Like this is the, in fact you can download the PDF report as well if you want it. So this PDF report would be generated here. Now moving to the next is, now candidate has a good resume which I can utilize it. Now you can use a job here, filter it out. We would have multiple candidate mapped to this job, all would be shown here. But now let's do this. Create an interview round. You can create an AI interview. You can create HR interview, hands-on coding interview, programming interview or AI exam interview. So we'll show here AI interview and save it. Okay, once you save it, you can email and share this interview and it would send an email. If email is successful, it will show you message here. Or you can copy the same information here as well. So this can be copied to your this one is what you can say here. You can see unique link. So I'll use email ID to show you here. Now go to candidate email, click on this, click on the link, it would open new link. Copy this unique code here, paste it here, and for the user this interview is set up, click on this, submit the code. It would launch this screen. You have to do the start interview click. It would prepare for the interview to be processed. Meanwhile you need to observe here, it would ask you to access your web camera or as well as your mic, correct. Once that is interview preparation is completed, it would launch this page again, and here the button you can see ask question. You click on ask questions.
Hi Rashmi, thank you for joining us today. Let's start with the first question for this Java developer, IBM, role. Describe a scenario where a complex Spring Boot microservice you built encountered an unexpected performance bottleneck. How did you identify the root cause and what steps did you take to resolve it?
Now candidate, to answer this, I'll just need to start recording your answer. This button needs to be clicked for sure. So now you can answer this question. Here I'll skip for now, but whenever you are speaking, it would transcribe your speech as well here. And you can, before submitting, you need to stop the interview and submit the answer. It will give you 70 seconds to answer your question. Now once you submit, you will see the pop-up here, answer submitted successfully. The interview is scheduled for 45 minutes. Similarly, all the question and answer would be shown
Let's
here
tackle
in the
the next one.
document.
Rashmi, you're working on a Spring Boot microservice that needs to interact with a legacy database system with limited API support. How would you design and implement the integration while ensuring data consistency and performance?
Now you can see the status is ready. So candidate are already started appearing on this interview. Now add another interview round here, AI interview, or you can conduct HR round here. So now we will go to the HR round for the interview of the candidate. Click on this link, copy the unique code again, put his email ID, submit, code, start interview. Let's wait for a few minutes to generate HR related question and answers. Okay, now it's generated. Now ask question, you
Hi
click it.
Rashmi, thank you for joining us today. Let's start with the first question for this Java developer, IBM, role. Describe a scenario where a candidate was difficult to work with, and how you would approach managing that situation.
So as you can see, this is more of an HR related question. So you can again record the answers here and stop and submit your answer. Then ask next question.
Alright, Rashmi, how do you handle a situation where you receive conflicting instructions from different stakeholders on a project?
So this is all you can see. This is very related to HR round of the interview. So which is more of an exam based. So that would give the exam interview here. Click on this link, copy this code, now it would generate multiple choice question and answers. If it in case it fails or something, you can retry the same button, start interview exam, so that it would create this. So this would create a good collection of MCQ and runtime. Okay, and like within 45 minutes candidate has to answer this. These are generated runtime, and all questions are always distinct for each candidate, because it's a huge pool of the question answers would be available and generated dynamically based on the context of the job, which is very critical here. Okay, once question answers are generated, you based on job description, you can give answer to those questions and submit your answers as well. So you can submit here. Okay, so once interview is submitted, now you can go to the recruiters page here, and now you can see the assess round is given here. You can assess the interview as well here. Like you can see score 3% based on the
Okay,
video
once
recorded.
question
Video recorded would be shown here if video successfully recorded for that candidate. Now moving to the next round is like hands-on coding, which is I wanted to show here. So you need to select programming language which is valid for this, save this, and now email share you can do here. Okay, email sent successfully. Now go to the same candidate here, select here, click on the link, copy the code. So now start interview process. It will generate a scenario for this. Java language is selected here. Now this is the question which is entire scenario, and partial implementation of the code is also given to help the candidate. Now candidate has to answer here question. If he try to make full of the candidate recruiter, then also GenAI can understand it. Then you can see this submitted. Please wait until its submission finishes here. Now here, go to the recruiter page. Here you can see the state of the each interview. Correct. Here this is assess round, evaluated. Okay, now if you want to download the entire PDF for this, all the process which had happened, and it would give you the result of this, the candidate detail, mass detail about this, because this PDF can be shared. This is a job description about this. If we have gone through the proper processes, it would have a full detail properly. So here you can see resume fitment details would be provided here. All the stages of the interview information, like first interview round, what was this interview, and what are this accuracy percent. You can see, you can decide if percent score enough to pass. So this is just an information. So candidate has not given answer. Second round, similarly, accuracy percent is 0, but it would show you. The MCQ exam we have appeared 3%, correct. And the similarly, the last round, coding round, Java coding round, the candidate has not submitted. They have instead requested to pass the interview, which is not a valid response. The candidate demonstrated a complete lack of understanding of the problem. So you can see this is the entire report would be generated here. So there are many features which you can experiment here, and we would give you in detail for another video for each interview in detail. So assess interview as of now, some places partially working. We are in middle of this thing. So but it would be completed in few days as well, correct. So as meanwhile this report is available to complete download the assessment report here. Thanks for watching. And if, sorry, one more feature, if you are going to learner, if you want to generate a study guide for this, so you can use generate PDF. But as you see, this feature is not available to recruiter. This is for uh, learner itself, correct. So you have to change your profile. The rest, all the features which candidate can use it, but restrictive mode, not as a recruiter, as a learner. He would not have features like send email, copy URL kind of function. He has to use this UI only to do the all practice for himself. Now if I wanted to change my profile to learner, I simply come here, confirm, and update the details. Once you update the details, now you can go to dashboard, and you can generate the study guide, which would be a approximate 50-page guide. This is long guide, so you can just come and click here, and then once you are done, you can download, and even if you want, you can use this PDF guide anytime to prepare for your interview. So these are the important features, prominent features which we have shown through this video. But in future, let's have a more additional features available through this app. So now go to here, and now I'm stopping my video.